We're talking today about March 15th being Text for Babies Day. It's a new initiative with Johnson & Johnson and a whole host of other partners where we are advocating for young mothers, and not only young mothers, but new mothers, to take advantage of a free resource of texting for babies. It involves just dialing, not dialing, gotta get with 2012, not dialing, but texting 511-411, the word baby in English, or bebe, B-E-B-E, in Spanish, in order to receive free information about your pregnancy, and even post-pregnancy you can continue to get free information to keep women healthy.
Good afternoon, and welcome all of you here to the Louisiana Legislative Women's Caucus Public Policy Leadership Retreat. We want to first thank you all for coming. Of course, we're all engaged in serious public policy debate for the next maybe how many days? 82 days? Oh, we're counting the days now. See how that goes? We know them. Who knows the hours and the minutes left? It's pretty intense right now, and we're just getting started. But you know, all worthy and intense work on behalf of Louisiana women, Louisiana children, and Louisiana families. And so we're excited about kicking off this Women's Caucus Retreat, Public Policy Retreat. And before I go any further, I want to introduce the executive director of our caucus, Tren Johnson, who many of you know and have spoken to probably just recently, to be a phenomenal woman in her own right and complements all that we do as public policy makers. We couldn't do what we do without Tren, and she has been, you know, at the forefront of organizing this retreat. And I think you will be pleased, for those of you that will be joining us for the next day and a half, you'll be pleased with what you're engaging in. I'd like to start by introducing my colleagues who I have here. President Pro Tem, Senator Sharon Weston Broome, and I also have joining us Senator Colomb, Dorsey Colomb. That's of course the married name, and I'm familiar with that, having to do that 4 years ago. And also joined, of course, by Representative Regina Barrow in the House. And we want to just say thank you all for being here once again. I'd like to get started by inviting Senator Dorsey to welcome her, because guess what? We're in her district here at LSU, and Dr. Martin was here earlier, and he's going to come back at some point through this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, so we can appropriately thank him as a gracious host having us here at the Lod Cook facility. We couldn't have done it without his involvement. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is such a pleasure to see all of you today and to welcome you to the beautiful LSU campus, who I have the privilege of representing in the legislature. And welcome to my district. It's a beautiful district. It's the heart of the state and the heart of Baton Rouge, and we're right in the heart of football season and all of that. So we're here today to talk about women, children, and families, something that's near and dear to my heart. So I hope you enjoy and indulge, and I look forward to the discussion.
Thank you, Senator Dorsey Colomb. We hope to have a great time here on the LSU campus. It's a wonderful facility that I've not had the pleasure, I've visited, but I've not had the pleasure of being here for this kind of event, so I'm looking forward to it. The accommodations look quite nice. I'd like to invite up right now Jessica Monroe with Johnson & Johnson, and also Kathleen Murphy, if you don't mind, if you ladies coming up. We're going to kick off this retreat and talk about a partnership that the Louisiana Women's Caucus has joined in with Johnson & Johnson and other partners in an initiative called Text for Baby. And as you know, the Women's Caucus over many, many years has honed in and focused on those issues that are important to women. But we thought this was a great opportunity as we kick off our public policy retreat to actually talk about something that is so impactful for young, not necessarily young, but new mothers, right? And using social media and engaging them in a way so that they can have healthier offspring, and throughout that pregnancy can have information. And so I'm not going to explain it all to you. I am going to let Jessica come up and introduce Kathleen, and they're going to give you a brief overview of all that's done. And then I'm going to come back and maybe follow up. We did a resolution because guess what March 15th is? Text for Baby Day in Louisiana, and we did that officially. And so if anybody asks you how's your day, it's a great day because it's what? Text for Baby Day. That's right. Come on, Jessica, come on up. Kathleen.
Thank you. Good to see everyone here today. Thank you, Representative Peterson and members of the Louisiana Legislative Women's Caucus. Also, a special thanks to Trin Johnson, Executive Director of the Louisiana Legislative Women's Caucus, for her help and coordination in this amazing partnership. Johnson & Johnson could not be more proud as the founding sponsor of Text for Baby to partner with the Louisiana Legislative Women's Caucus as our first state legislative partner in the great state of Louisiana. We look forward to you sharing the news of this partnership of Text for Baby to your other legislative colleagues, family, friends, and constituents. We also want to thank our many partner stakeholders around the state of Louisiana, many who are here with us today, for their partnership in the efforts of Text for Baby. In addition, I want to thank the Healthy Mothers and Healthy Babies Coalition, as without their efforts, the Text for Baby program would not be where it is today. So without further ado, I'm very proud to introduce today Kathleen Murphy, Outreach Coordinator of the Healthy Mother, Healthy Baby Coalition.
Thank you so much. Jessica and Trin, you've been phenomenal in organizing this event, so thank you so much for having us. On behalf of the National Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies Coalition, I want to thank all of you for joining us today for Text for Baby Day here in Louisiana. I want to tell you a little bit about the program so that for those of you who aren't familiar, you can learn a little bit more about it. So despite major medical advancements and decades of public health outreach and education, more than 500,000 babies are born prematurely, and an estimated 28,000 children die before their first birthday each year in the U.S. Here in Louisiana, over 65,000 babies are born each year, with 15.4% of those births being preterm. 10.8% of babies are born at a low birth weight. And unfortunately, 9.2 babies per 1,000 died before their first birthday. To help more pregnant women and moms increase their knowledge about caring for their health and giving their babies the best possible start in life, the National Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies Coalition launched Text for Baby in February of 2010. It is the first free health text messaging service in the United States, and Text for Baby supports moms by providing accurate text-length health information and resources in a format that is personal and timely, using a channel that moms use and are familiar with. Pregnant women and new mothers who text the word baby, or bebe for Spanish, to the number 511-411 will receive weekly text messages timed to their due date or baby's date of birth throughout their pregnancy and up until the baby's first birthday. The text messages provide a variety of information on topics critical to maternal and child health, and they also connect women to resources and hotlines as well. And they are free, absolutely. Free. Yes, that is a definite thing to note. So Text for Baby is made possible through a broad public-private partnership. Would love to thank Johnson & Johnson for their support as our founding sponsor, as well as to our partners who are here today from the state of Louisiana. We look forward to continuing this work here. Text for Baby's power really lies in its ability to get the most essential health information to mothers in need quickly and easily, using a technology they regularly use and rely on. It's a data-driven initiative and provides its partner network with Text for Baby enrollment information. So I'm happy to answer questions about more specifics in Louisiana. It looks like we have over 6,000 users in the state of Louisiana who have signed up for Text for Baby. Obviously, with the 65,000 births in the state each year, we have a lot of work to do, and we hope to continue working with all of our partners and the Women's Legislative Caucus to continue reaching pregnant women and new moms with this critical health and safety information. So again, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to continuing this work here.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, you can see that this is a resource that clearly 6,000, Kathleen, is underutilized. We know that there are a number of new moms that are out there that could certainly use a resource like this. And so there's no cost associated with the additional text messages that you would receive. What better way? Everybody is carrying some kind of mobile device, and they can get this information readily, right? And so what I'm going to ask you to do, since it is Text for Baby, and I don't know if we have any new moms in the audience, but notwithstanding the fact that there may not be any moms to be in the audience, I would encourage you to pull out your phones right now. Come on, let's do it, because we're about action. Pull out your phones right now and make a text message to yourself. If you remember it, text yourself so that you can forward at any time the text message. And if you need some help, we're going to do social media a little bit later in the retreat. But it's 511411. In English, it's baby. In Spanish, it's bebe, B-E-B-E, right? And so if you text yourself this, when you think about or you come across a new mom that may be in need in the grocery store, in the cleaners, because that's how we do it. That's how we get information out. When we're just out doing errands, doing what women do. That's how we get information out. So let's just say, hey, do you know about this new? I see that you're pregnant. Oh, that's so nice that you got a new baby. What's your due date? Oh, it's coming up soon. Congratulations. Look, there's this resource. You don't even have to do much. Just text 511411. Get that information out, baby, to that number. And we're going to start a trend. And let's see, and I'm sure there's a Facebook page and a Twitter. Come back and tell us. Absolutely. Come back and tell us. Because as you do it, why not post on Facebook and why not tweet, I just passed on some good information. All this is free. We talk about creating. We know that government has limited resources, right? We're all aware of that in all the programs and nonprofits that we work with. Limited resources. But this one's free. That is the operative word. And it's all something that we can do by just passing on information, which is with the devices we have. That's a powerful device that you have in your hand right now to pass on information to people in need. And so I'd ask you to continue to pass that on and post us at the Louisiana Women's Foundation website as well, and tweet us and let us know when you are furthering our efforts from this 1.5-day retreat. But this is really important. We know that there are a lot of mothers that need this information. So today, once again, March 15th, Text for Baby Day. And the state of Louisiana, the Louisiana Senate, and I'm sure the House will be doing this next week when Representative Barrow gets back into session. She will have another reminding the members of the House that today is Text for Babies Day in Louisiana legislature. Despite the decades of public health outreach and education, more than 500,000 babies are born prematurely, as Kathleen said, and an estimated 28,000 children die before their first birthday each year in the United States. That is real. Those are horrendous statistics. In 2008, whereas 65,268 babies were born in Louisiana, and unfortunately 15.4% of those were preterm births. 10.8% of the babies were born at low birth weight. 9.2 babies per 1,000 died before their first birthday. While nationally 12.3% of births were preterm and 8.2 babies were born at a low birth rate. The good thing is, as Kathleen mentioned, we're number one. I'm giving you these statistics that can kind of hurt our heart, but we're number one today in trying to promote this, right? And so we're out there trying to change these statistics so 2-3 years from now there will be improvement, and it's all about what we do collectively to get that done. Whereas to help more pregnant women and new moms get information about caring for their health and giving their babies the best possible start in life, the National Healthy Mothers Healthy Babies Coalition launched Text for Baby, the first free health text messaging service in the United States. Whereas once registered, a woman will start receiving free messages with tips for pregnancy or caring for a baby, and whereas Text for Baby messages are timed to the woman's due date or the baby's birth date. Whereas the CTIA, the Wireless Foundation, and participating mobile operators is recognized and commended for their support, as all messages received from Text for Baby are free, and Johnson & Johnson is recognized as the founding sponsor of Text for Baby. And so all of this couldn't be possible without, it always costs money even to do things that are free. And we want to thank Johnson & Johnson for that initial investment in making this happen. So therefore, be it resolved that the legislature, the Louisiana legislature, does hereby recognize March 15th, 2012 as Text for Baby Day at the Louisiana legislature. And which one of you are going to take this? I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. Appreciate that. And we've been joined by Representative Katrina Jackson, who is a newbie to the House, but not a newbie to women's issues and advocating on the behalf of women and children. And so we want to thank her for being here. I know she was tied up in a committee meeting, House committee meeting, and that's the only reason that she's been delayed. So welcome to the Women's Caucus Policy Retreat. And so I want to thank you, ladies, for being here. Thank you. Okay. Good. Yeah. And so, not yet. No.
Oh, not us?
No. Members are not yet. So the next thing that we want to cover in our opening of the Women's Caucus Retreat is the discussion just briefly about the launching of the Women's Caucus Network. And the Women's Caucus Network, through the Louisiana Legislative Women's Caucus Foundation, we're launching this network. And this involves key statewide women leaders and women chief executive officers and presidents and heads of major corporations, businesses, and nonprofits, financial institutions, government entities, education and research institutions. And they've all been invited, all of those people that I said, which should really be thousands. I don't know if we're going to have thousands here tomorrow, but we're certainly going to at least have 100 to get started. And I know that over 100, Trent, am I not mistaken? Over 100 have responded and RSVP'd for a 7:30 a.m. breakfast, 7:45, where we're going to kick off right here the state of women and discuss the state of women in Louisiana. And we're going to have that at the breakfast tomorrow. We've got some exciting speakers, and we're going to hear from them as well. You know, for too long, some key Louisiana leaders representing various sectors and industries have not had the opportunity to dialogue on issues which are impactful to all women in the state. And through this caucus, Women's Caucus Network, we're going to call it the WCN because there's always an acronym that works, you know, if you can keep up with them. We are hoping to unite women from all of these different industry sectors and in a nonpartisan way to advance the causes of women and to further equip and develop women and the next generation of women. And so what you're going to see tomorrow, we don't have a lot of them here, but you're going to see a lot of young women. And when I say young, that's not me because my right knee is cracking and I'm 42. I was told several times that I'm now no longer part of the young groups. Right? I am now officially old at 42, but we're going to have some young women under the age of 30 that are going to be joining us so that there can be that collaboration and networking so that we can surely rebuild the next generation, focus and guide and counsel and mentor that next generation of women leaders. The purpose of the WCN is to support the initiatives of the Louisiana Legislative Women's Caucus and to promote the empowerment, leadership, and participation of women through partnerships. And so I'm excited about offering that with my colleagues, and I hope to see you all that are here at 7:45 a.m. back here tomorrow. Lastly, on tomorrow during the public policy retreat, we are going back to school. Yes, lifelong learning is what all the Women's Caucus members believe in, and not only that, it's in conjunction with what I just stated, the leadership and mentor role that we should all have, not just as public policy makers, but you in your respective roles in your industries. So we're going to McKinley High School tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to visit McKinley and at noon, and from 12:35, I should say, to 1:25, and invite any of you that are interested in attending and coming with us. We're going to address approximately 600 young ladies with a message of obviously excelling in school, dreaming big, maintaining self-discipline, pressing hard in life, and refuting the negative influences and bad company, right? You know, that's always been a message in my household, and so we can surely continue to spread how important it is to choose your friends wisely. When we visit McKinley, we'll be mentoring them. There will be a mentoring moment for us all as women leaders to share our experiences, our journeys through life with them, and encourage them to be leaders in their schools, their homes, and their communities. With all the pressures that teenagers face, and I know because I just recently invited one to live with me, although my husband and I don't have any kids. I'm now learning about all the things that you all I've been hearing about recently. With all these pressures that kids have, teenagers have, we want to make sure we do our part, because it certainly takes a village to change the lives of young people and to secure the next generation of women leaders in Louisiana, and we're going to be very active about that.
Text for Baby is a free mobile health service provided for pregnant women and new moms. A woman can sign up at any point during her pregnancy or the baby's first year of life, and she'll receive free text messages 3 times a week, times where she is in her pregnancy or how old the baby is. It's all timely, relevant, educational information designed to keep mom and baby healthy. A woman can sign up by texting the word baby, or bebe for Spanish, to the short code 511411 right from her mobile phone, or she can go to textforbaby.org and sign up on our website.